Wednesday, happy Wednesday, guys. Guys, as you walk in, please make sure you hit that like button. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Please make sure you hit that notification bell on the right hand side. Remember, we do go live each and every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 o'clock Eastern time. Like always, thank you for tuning in to KI Culture Radio. Hakeem, Jordan, what is cracking like it? What is going on? What is going on? What is going on?
I'm chilling, man. What about y'all?
Hey man, feeling good, man. Feeling blessed, man. It's been raining over here the last few days. But other than that, the sun is shining today, so it's a beautiful day. Let's go, let's go, let's get it.
Yeah, my right now. Right now, it's got like one day it's cold, one day it's hot, one day it's raining. Like it's about to be a hurricane. The other day is like it's about to be a winter storm. It's crazy what's going on in Florida. Winter is in here in Florida during January time. So a lot of people are indoors. So that's a good thing for us. So like bro, people are here already. Oh, what's going on? Ashton, Ken Dog, what's happening, bro? People ready. So go ahead, Jordan. Do your thing. Do your thing. Jordan, I think you muted. I can't tell Jordan he's muted.
You're muted.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, myself. What's going on, people? What's going on, people? I hope everybody's doing good. Good to see everybody coming on board. Remember today is open panel Wednesday. So I can't go put the link on the chat. So if you guys want to come and join in into the conversation, the topic that we have for today, definitely appreciation. You guys are definitely welcome. Definitely welcome. So the first topic we got for today. We're gonna go back. We're gonna go to Tyrese. He has stirred some controversy about about the black community. So he talked about he stirred up controversy, and he kind of mentioned about how he was growing up and seeing the black community. And I'm just gonna read the quotes right here. So he says, "Sometimes I wish I was born Latino. I mean, the Latin community is grounded in family, loyal, entrepreneurship, business, and women literally represents the dreams, the grind, the hustle, doing whatever it takes to stick together against all odds." He also shared the lengthy comments about the perception shortcomings of his own black community. Um, if us as a black culture was more grounded in this, in these magical nuances of us, we will be dominated. He stirred a lot of controversy. He stirred a lot of controversy because, as you guys know, February is Black History Month, and a lot of people didn't like what he was saying during around this time of month and everything. So after that, he also, I think he went on live. I think it was on Instagram Live, and we do have that clip to play for you guys, so get more details. So go ahead, King, play the clip, and after that, we're gonna chop it up.
What's up, Ricky Webster?
Stone, man. I don't care if I'm not, when I talk about the things that I whole life living in the hood with black and brown people. And as I was looking at what they've been doing, I was like, yo, man, I wish I had that. Okay? I wish I had family, structure, infrastructure, serial entrepreneurs. You gonna handle that. You gonna handle that. They cutting grass. They selling flowers and fruit on the side of the freeway. They taking all that money, putting it in the pot. Then you see them go buy their first home as a family. Then you go side and buy a car. They might have an ice cream truck. All these little randomized jobs as a part of the hustle from them grinding to get it off the ground. Then they end up opening up car dealerships, car washes, all these odd jobs, but it's getting money. And we running around this motherfucker screaming broke, acting as if there's no infrastructure. They don't have an educated background either. For those of y'all using that as an excuse, you know? It's like, yo, they just got the fucking determination and willpower to get it, and they're doing it together. They're not doing it fragmented and separated, jealous, envy, hating on. What you got going on, bro? Oh man, I'm just working on it, blah, blah, blah. So they taking all your information while asking questions, and then they start hating on you the whole time. You know, one of the reasons I love going to the Middle East, man, is I don't feel like nobody is jealous of me and threatening me about me being who I am and my magic and what I'm bringing to the table, because they know they got their magic. You know, and I also wanted to point out the family structure that I've noticed in the Middle East. They all love and adore and respect their fathers. Even in the Muslim community, you can have multiple wives. That's their world. That's an understanding. That's a part of their specific religion. But I look at the fathers loving the wives. I look at the father literally being loved, adored, and respected as the father, as the head of the household, the head of the business, the head of what we doing, where we going, what it all looks like. And all of the guys in the Middle East are constantly linking up, smoking hookah, hanging out inside of a majlis, coming up with plans to continue dominating. We don't have that. So I don't give a fuck what you say, man. I was pointing out the obvious, and I ain't got no regrets about it. I love my people, man. I'm not trying to piss off my people. And if I did, so what? That's my truth, man. Y'all ain't gonna ever be able to stop me from speaking my truth. I'm a grown-ass man, bruh. So all I'm saying is, if you're gonna go to the Louis Vuitton store and spend $3,000-$4,000 on a handbag with some matching shoes, did you spend $4,000 in the black-owned business? No. When you got niggas out here trying to get a t-shirt business off the ground with some jeans, or they online making custom shoes and doing their thing, are you ordering from your people? No. Okay? Let's go. They got, man, listen, man, our talents have no limit. Skincare products, hair care products, shoes, clothes, handbags. I'm looking at all of these different sites that I follow on Instagram with these beautiful women modeling clothes every single day. They putting up multiple outfits. Are you supporting black culture? There's a black woman who just started Slutty Vegan. Her name is Pinky. Are you vegetarian, vegan, or even looking into it? Slutty Vegan. There's ice cream shops. And then as soon as you walk into that barber shop, black owned, you trying to get a discount for a haircut. We don't do that to other cultures. Whatever they ask for, we spend. We trying to negotiate on our people. Oh, man, come on, man. Look out for a nigga, man. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? I said, did you do that in the Louis Vuitton store? Did you do that with Christian Louboutin? Did you do that in the Chanel store? Got it. Because we are so used to making white people, or whatever other business they're doing, successful. And we have all of the potential in the world to get it and go there. But that crab in the barrel mentality gets in the way every time. If you make it to the end of this video, I want you to write 2 quotes. And I'm going to take my ass to sleep, okay? The first quote is, people want to see you doing good, but never better than them. People that love you, or they may not love you, they want to see you doing good. Go ahead, boy, you doing your thing, baby. But they never want to see you doing better than them. And that's really fucking sad. Because we should become our greatest champions for each other. I'm leaving this video tonight. This is my motherfucking business. It's how I feel. This is what my thinking and my approach is. I don't got to get this free game away. It doesn't take a celebrity to validate your shit. Count on your hands how many celebrities there are versus regular people. Y'all so caught up in all this superficial ass celebrity fake shit. Who's fucking who's viral, who's this, who's that, man. You so caught up in everybody's life, you ain't been able to figure out your life. And then when it's time for you to figure out your life, them same niggas that you've been running around with, hanging out with, it's like, yo, soon as I do this, nigga, get it off the ground, I know all my niggas gonna support. Where they at? Where they at? Oh, okay. We can get the Koreans to support each other, right? Matter of fact, the Koreans are doing way more than supporting themselves. The Koreans on our side in the hood, I'm not a racist, okay? So don't ever twist my fucking words. I'm saying what I'm saying, and I'm not gonna fix it or apologize about nothing tomorrow. From South Central LA, the majority of the stores are owned by the Koreans. Okay? You go to the swap meet, they got all the stores. This is a black neighborhood. This is not Koreatown. This is not Chinatown. This is a black ghetto neighborhood. And they got all the swap meets up selling all the clothes that they know we love to wear every day. But when that money is made, it goes to their community. The money is being made in our community. And I'm not trying to push nobody out, and I'm not trying to start no shit. I'm saying we have to be smart in what we're doing. There's black men and women out here coming up with car ideas, handbags, shoes, hair, makeup, lashes, foundation for your face, skincare lines. Black dermatologists are out here on fire with helping us to figure out how to make our skin look even more.
All right. He just keeps. I mean, we gotta get the picture here, but he just going rant and everything. So that's what a couple of days ago he was barred for what he said and everything. And like I said, I know he said he didn't mean to start something, but come on, Tyrese, you did want to start something because what you said was going to start something viral, especially on Black History Month, which some people will get extra riled up and everything. So here we go, fellas. Let's get into it. So I'm gonna pass it to you, Ronnie. So here for what Tyrese was saying, do you feel like do other races have it better than us as Black people?
Like always, guys, don't be afraid to join into the conversation. And also that the best way for you guys to support the platform is by liking, subscribing, and also sharing. That's very important. So guys in the chat, don't be afraid to go in the topics. Remember, we don't censor nobody here, so have fun with it. Have fun with it. Ruthless Tube said, Tyrese is capping. I like that. What's going on, Bobby? Great to see you. We love to see beautiful Black women in the chat. And also loving the Thompson Vincent. Ashton's in the building. Ken Dog is here. Ricky Webster is in the building. Ricky always walk from the clouds. So I like it when he comes in the chat and say, yo, what's going on? What's cracking like it? What's happening, Ricky? And also Rufus True and Ashton is here as well. And those, shout out for those that's watching us on Facebook, Twitch, and also now Kick. They also watching us on there as well. So we doing our thing on all these different type of major platforms. So what Tyrese is saying, I agree with him 110%. Me, I don't normally shop at a Louis Vuitton store, but for people that do shop at a Louis Vuitton store, they're willing to spend that type of money, whatever they're trying to sell within that store. Now, when we go to a Black store, which I'm going to go tomorrow, because I said I was going to take myself shopping, I don't really ask for a discount, but when I do be in those type of convenience store, I do see other Black people do ask for a discount. Say, hey, why your price so high? You should mark this down, man. You got to make it affordable for us because we don't have this quote unquote type of money. But then when they're in the Louis Vuitton store, they don't ask for them to lower down their prices. They go in there and pay the full amount of price, especially right now because it's tax season. people spend a lot of money on a lot of these convenience stores and not asking them to mark the prices down. But when it comes to black businesses, they always want things cheap and not paying for what the actual price is actually there. They think black is cheap. Other races of convenience store, they find it more valuable and more affordable than the black owned businesses. And I always had a problem with that. Hakeem's a very strong advocate of that. So I know he's gonna deep dive in when he comes to what Tyrese is saying. But I think we do have a disrespect for our own people, and that's been around for ages. And I think the only way we can change that is by us, this generation, is pretty much respecting these black-owned businesses and supporting them whatever needs to support in. But Hakeem, go ahead, deep dive in it.
Thank you, brother. So I've always been an advocate for buying black, supporting black, black owned, and everything. But as I get older and I start to look at the landscape of things and I start to notice that that's a hard road. So where he's coming from, I feel where he's coming from. Because I argue about this all the time too. It's hard to get brothers to come together to do something positive and to build something from it, a collective of people. Because something always gonna happen. You know what I mean? And to try to understand where he's coming from, he just feel like it is a struggle being black, trying to function in a community that runs wild, where there's no morals or standards or codes. Now, don't get me wrong, we have other people from other places that are black, and they don't connect with black Americans or the culture here. So when he's speaking from a black American point of view, where he said his people are not connected. His people are not, then he's wondering why other races has this, but there's nuances to everything. And you know what I mean? I would think he would hope and understand, you know what I mean? Some people got a head start, some people don't. So, you know what I mean? Literally, it's going to take us 100 years before we're able to catch up to the Koreans and the Hispanics. The Hispanics is going to take them 88 years to have wealth and be a powerhouse here. And it's going to take blacks 123 years.
Yeah, I agree with you 110%, and definitely because definitely gonna talk about the Black Americans. I can definitely attest to that. I could say that majority of Black Americans, me myself, we was born in in areas that we probably don't, probably in the hood, maybe in a low income community and everything. And when you live in a low income community, you kind of see when you were a little boy, you kind of feel like you're not poor in a way, because what you see. But once you grow up and everything, you grow up, your teens, starting in your 20s and 30s, you kind of, we get out in a certain situation. You move to a bigger city, or you go to like here in LA, you go to South Central, you go to West Hollywood or Beverly Hills, like that. You see, you just see a 180. You see so many different things. You see, luxury condos. You see luxurious stores, nice restaurants, and everything. And when you see that stuff come from the hood, it catches you. You want to get something like that. And when you see something like that, it's like, okay, how do I get that? How can I get a discount on that type of things? Get a discount, or if I need to make this type of money, most of the time, some people think about doing scamming, and that's kind of something in our community as well, where we see it as well. And and the thing is, it's like a person like me, it's like I know. Something like that is going to take a generation. I know I'm not going to get it. Maybe my kids might not get it, but I know I'm trying to build all the way to if I had grandchildren, to build for them so they could get in a situation for that. And the thing is with that, with Black Americans, we were in the mindset we just want things now. But the thing is, it's like we must, we have to keep pushing this stuff forward. Not really think about ourselves, but push it up to our kids and push it up to our grandchildren and everything, because when we live in an impoverished type of area, and you try to build it and everything, there's some people, Black people, who are selfish, which I can kind of get in the way to be selfish, because you really want those things, but You know, you just think of it out of a selfish reason, but you not think of it as a whole, as in, you know, your black family or the black community. You know how to push, how to be able to have build a better black community, especially for our black Americans and everything. And at the time, we used to have that back, you know, in the early '60s and '50s, but '70s, '80s, and then '70s, '80s, and '90s, and 2000, you know, we took 5, 6, 7 steps back and everything. So now, my generation, and hopefully in our younger generation, we got to rebuild that again. You know, it's going to take another generation or two to really, really do that. You know, do I see a lot of black businesses, you know, popping up? You know, absolutely. You know, I see them here in LA. We see them here online. Tariq said it. You know, we see with skincare, bags, head, nails, hair, all that type of things, and all sorts of things as well. So, and we just got to, you know, really, really keep on building, you know. And the thing is, it's like, I know for us, you know, we want stuff really, really fast. But the thing is, stuff like this, it takes a long process to do, a very like long process to do. And if with that process, I think it's sometimes it's hard for us to, you know, really kind of slow down the process and just really take it, you know, year by year, you know, every 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. And I think that mindset is we just want everything now. We want something really, really quick, but it doesn't work like that. You know, if you look at other communities, you know, they build things. That's why you see it's passed down generation to generation to generation. You know, it's there as a blueprint, and that's what we have to do. As long as we, you know, like I said, our generation and young generation, you know, if we, you know, keep on building, you know, not just for us, you know, passing out to our kids and everything. I'm not saying you don't need to be, how can I say this? You don't need to pass everything down. You know, you can save, you know, 25% for yourself, you know, just to spend and everything. But the thing is, the more important thing is to do is to build and pass it on, so your kids can build or your family can build that. And if you can continue to build that, then you'll see, you know, a better black community. You know, I'll say this: is it Monterey Park? We go to see my wife's OBGYN, and it's really a Korean like a Korean city. Like once you step there, it's like you're in a Korean city. It's like you see hospitals, that's, you know, Korean hospitals, restaurants, haircuts everywhere. It's like when you in that city, it's like you know, you're not in LA. So, you know, we do have that here in LA. You know, with Crenshaw, Baldwin Hills, Ladera Heights, View Hill Park, and Lamar Park as well. You know, and we just got to continue to build and everything. It's not going to be easy. Of course, it's not going to be easy. Nothing's easy for us. You know, it's hard for us every day. But as long as we continue to build and really kind of stick together, which is hard to do because a lot of people don't like to work together. We just gotta, you know, put our pride down and really talk and just really, really build. That's one thing we got to do.
Go ahead, Ashton. Your turn, big dog. What's going on?
Yeah,
Welcome.
y'all doing all right, fellas? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
We were well.
I mean, going on which part? 'Cause I mean, to be honest, Tyrese read the black community 6 feet deep.
Go right in. Go in.
I mean, to Jordan point, I don't think it would be hard if we stuck together like we claim we do. The worst thing about the black community, and I ain't even gonna say it's gender specific. We all kick our kids out at 18. We don't want to live together. We want to go get a $1 million house for just 3 people. Every other race other than white people, all of them live in the same damn house. We don't know if they all making $7 an hour, but they surviving, they maintaining. But we know they get their shit one by one, and when they do go get their shit, they pay cash for it. We so quick to try to go get loans and credit. I don't even think they even legal enough to get credit. That's why they pay cash. You get what I'm saying? We always talk about working together, but then as soon as we come up, we split off like Prince said last week. We so quick to break up. It's too many chief and not enough Indians. Like that's our biggest problem. And the entire black community do that shit. I have I have never seen another community where the women they try to down talk you for still staying at home with your parents, just to talk to them, and then come to find out they living on Section 8, got goddamn WIC, food stamps, tea, banana, orange, whatever fucking program it is. But they want you to get out the house to talk to them. Like that shit is insane.
Yeah, so you have a great point because I heard that so much growing up, not from my family, but other women were going to school or just to be around other women at that time. It was so ingrained to me. Like once I got out of there, I was like, okay, I moved to Miami. My wife at the time, my girlfriend. I was like, okay, we gotta get a crib together and everything. Not knowing years later, it's like it was okay to ask my mom, say, hey, mom, can I stay a little bit longer so I can save up and everything? Say till I'm 23, 24, 25, which is okay. But just listen to somebody else's, somebody else, listen to women outside of my family, it was just so grand to me, okay, if I could get this right, I could get the girl and everything. And they can see myself as a successful black man. Not knowing the family I have, there was, it was my mom, my granddad, my grandmother, my uncles or aunties, they'll do what it takes, to help me out or my little brother or my cousins, we can say whatever because my family, we're very, very tight as a Black American community in the family. We're very, very tight. So for me, that's that's what kind of messed me up because I'm listening outside of my family, but not listening inside of my family. And if I probably say listen inside my family, maybe I would have got a little bit more head start than I thought I would be. But I'm still okay now.
But I mean, Jordan, to your point, that's kind of on us too. Like I know you said you
Mhm.
could have talked, but you get what I'm saying. Our problem is we don't talk to our kids ahead of time.
Right.
We kids, we tired of our parents, we tired of listening to rules and shit. But just think if we would have heard, oh, you can stay here, just put $50 on the bill, we would have gladly stayed. But we didn't know. We so ready to run out. And I feel like they're gonna kick me out. I feel like the time coming. Let me go ahead and make that move. So I
That's
mean, like
true.
Good point.
us as the black community, like we claim we at the bottom, or we doing so much better than certain people, but we really not. And
Of
and, it,
course.
and we try
Hmm.
to. I say we blame black white men, but I kind of feel like it's really on us. You get what I'm saying?
That's true because usually in the Black American family, it's like you're not going to college, you're not going to the military. You gotta get the hell out of my house and do something else. You gotta work somewhere. You can't be staying living here if you don't know what to do. And the thing is like you at 17 and 18, first out of high school, there might be, there are some people like me, even though I kind of went to college for a couple of years, but it worked for me. I just, I still didn't know what to do. I just jumped on something's okay, I'm just gonna do this. I'm just gonna do culinary arts and that's gonna go for there. Not knowing, but I did it. I didn't have the passion for it and everything. Thing with my wife, her situation, her father was telling her, go to college, pick a degree or something like that. Not knowing that, if she would have stayed a little bit longer, because right now she's not doing coloring no more because she doesn't have the passion for it no more. I just feel like what you just said, asking if our parents get to stay, hey, you know, I don't care. You can start at 2, 3, 4, 5 years old and continue to say it to their childhood all the way to teenage years. If you don't know what to do, you can stay here till you finally know what to do. You could be 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, because usually, teenagers, when they get out of high school, they really don't know what to do till they get into their 20s.
Man, shout out to Out of the Mud Cody and also Josh for being in the building, man. Welcome you guys. They come from the Black House sector, Black Side. Welcome you guys to see. I love to see you guys in the chat, man. Join in the conversation. You guys can time in, go in the chat. We don't censor nobody here. But what you and Ashley saying, Jordan, I totally agree 110%. I think that's why other coaches do better than us when it comes to the aspect of group economics. Black people, we used to have group economics in the 1940s, going to close to the 1970s, but we lost track of that because the simple fact is we're taught we gotta let you go out there and survive on your own. So when the child do go out there and survive on his own, sometimes the child end up growing up
is to have different animosity towards the family members. Now, me and Hakeem, we come from a side where we're culturally, because we're Haitian Americans. Haitian teach us Haitian is about family, so they don't like kicking their kids out. I'm being honest. They like their kids to be home with them, to grow old with the mom, grow old with the father, and all that. The only time like the parents start, I can't you correct me, am I wrong? The only time when the parents actually try to kick you out, if you find yourself a wife or a mate, they'd be like, go ahead, create your own family. But you can stay at home with them hell till you're 80 because they love family. Everything about them is family, family, family. My dad, someone like that, he loves family, like family, everything, family gathering. That's something the black culture used to have back in the days. They don't have that anymore because they taught something totally different. Shout out to Victor for being on the panel, big
What's going
dog.
on, Vic? Hey, before you go, I can have one more thing to say too. And the thing is that hurts us because when parents say, when you turn 18, 19, they kick you out because you find out for yourself. The thing is about it, back then they can actually do that because it was cheaper back then. Here right now, it's more expensive than it ever was. I don't think the parents realize that, looking at, today's generation, they have a lot more harder than they had in their generation or their grandparent and their parents' generation. It was a little bit more cheaper, housing, gas, all that type of stuff. Here right now, generation, it's the most expensive ever and everything. And it's hard for people in their 20s could really find a job like that too. So I don't think parents really don't look like what the times they're living in right now. Because back in the day, you can do that, even though it's wrong, you can do that. But here, you kick somebody out, it's more likely, they might get kicked out, might not necessarily find a job, and might be homeless.
Jordan, I see that a lot in Miami. I see that a lot. But first of all, I'd like to welcome Vic and also Ruthless in the panel. Remember, guys, always this conversation, keep it clean. You can curse a little bit, but keep it minor because this is why we have children watching. Shout out to
What's
Sherry
a little
Ryan, her
bit?
husband, just a little bit. But we don't censor nobody, but just a little bit because we have children watching. So go ahead, Victor, because you first guest here, and then Ruthless True. Go right ahead. Go
Okay,
ahead, Vic.
I'm gonna just speak to the point of staying with. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we can
Can
hear
you
you
hear me?
fine today.
Okay, I'm gonna speak to the point of the benefits of staying at home with your parent. Like, okay, in my family, I actually have a relative or some relatives that had never left home, but they was also beneficial because, like, right now today, I got people that own the house at first, and it can eventually pass the household down to the person that never left home. They went off to college, they gained degrees, they went to work, but it took the load off of the older parents. You see what I'm saying? We don't believe in kicking our kids out. And actually, in certain places all around Mississippi, people don't kick their children out. Let me explain this. Like a long time ago, it was very beneficial for black people to stay together and have a lot of kids because it cut down the cost. You see what I'm saying? And everybody can pitch in. But now today, it's some kind of a selfish mindset that, well, just to prove a point to somebody, I will leave my mother's home or my father's home or the married family. I will leave the home just to prove a point that I can do it on my own. And a lot of times you're making the worst mistake. And then also when it comes down to a male living in a house with a woman, a lot of time women don't want you to stay. That's why you get the shame. They don't want you to stay in the household with your parent because they know with the way they operate right now today, they will not have full control of you. Because what can happen when when you don't do as they tell you, you can always go back home to your mama and your daddy. And you can actually gain more. It's something about black people, and when it come down to relationships or just dealing with black people, they want to always put you in a bind or a situation to where they don't want you to come up. So that's the power struggle that like when guys go off into a household with a female, that's the power struggle. I would advise any young person, if you are in the household with your parents, stick to your grades in the school, do everything, you know what I'm saying, that's in your will to stay in their household. Because it don't make sense to try to go against their words or their teaching and try to be rebellious and go out in the world around these savage people. Why would you want to leave the comfort? You know these people that raised you and birthed you. Why would you go around somebody that might not even really just want to deal with you other than what you can give to them? So you would rather give it to your mother and your father, or if your mama is a single parent, you would rather be roommates. Respect their houses all the time. If she say, "Hey, I know you grown, you got a job. What's wrong with buying a damn hotel if you want to?" My bad for cursing. What was wrong with buying a hotel room and getting away from your parents' house to meet with your significant other? That's one day thing. They ain't
That
be
$50 be
respectful.
hurt sometime, Vic.
But no, but that $50 ain't gonna hurt you when you know your mama gonna cook you meals and you know your daddy gonna barbecue. You know what I'm saying? However it go. You know what I'm saying? You know mama gonna always keep it stocked up. She gonna always keep them old sugar cookies in the jar that you love. When you go out here in the world with some of these men or women, they gonna lack on every aspect of life. They are always gonna try to bond and match with you or go against with it. Whenever you fall short, they're gonna always try to fall short of something just to be competitive. I'm telling you, if you go to work out of here in the world and you fall short and say, "Well, I ain't got enough to pay this," what your partner gonna say? "Well, I ain't got enough to pay that." You know what your mama gonna do? Say, "Boy, next time do better. Get up off your tail and work a little harder. Maybe even work on the weekend." But she is not gonna hate you as long as you respecting her house. She ain't gonna throw no monkey wrench in the system and say, "Get out." That woman can wait. Look, you can be in the act all crazy with your hot boy summer. That woman or that man can wait till it get dead or cold in the winter and put your ass right out on that frost. Stay
Vic,
with your
don't
mama
have this
or your
conversation
daddy.
again.
Oh no, but Vic,
Shit,
somebody in
all
the chat, Vic, somebody in the chat have a question for you. Jordan on heard my Hakeem. Can you highlight that comment? At the Vic answer that question, then we go on to
I
read
can't
the
see
queue.
it. I can't see it.
Hakeem can read it to
Yeah,
you. Go ahead, Hakeem.
y'all chest too
Yeah.
little over here.
It says, Brother Vic, can you tell hold on, how can they grow as adults if they don't venture out in the world, if they're raised right and can prosper in life?
That's
So
that
so
Okay,
mentality right there.
because I can
if
answer
you
that as
raise
well.
right, if you raise right anyway, or even if you raise wrong, I believe the most of the people that's raised right, your world is what's around you. Because I have been across the whole United States and everybody that's talking about what's going on and wrong in their world. The other folks that I've been outside of my world, which is my hometown, they got the same problems. Everybody's running from something because they don't want to be obedient. Everybody's running from something. The same problem you had with your mom and your dad in your house is gonna be a roommate that you run off to college with. It's gonna be somebody that you meet on the internet. It's gonna explain them same problems. And guess what? You're gonna, if you're a good thinker, you're gonna be like, "Damn, I probably should have stayed at home." Yeah, so I don't know. It just
But
it
but
is
but
what it
Vic,
is.
to your point, you can't say some of these parents don't want their kids out at 18. I know a lot of parents that
Yeah,
that's ready to you get what I'm saying. They ready to
I've seen it.
live life. They want to bring that man over. But for your child though, like that type of shit piss me off.
I seen it. Ashton, I have seen this over and over. But it all the incidents I have seen in the black community, when I see people do that and put their kids out, it's always because either the child is being disrespectful to the house, or it just was a person that was raised with a monetary greed. Like I seen a lot of women get put out before the sons ever leave. The sons can bring women to the house and everything, but the sons always showed a certain amount of respect.
Well,
And the
that's a good
mama
point,
just
Vic.
took.
That's a good point. But stay on that point. Go ahead, Hakeem, answer that question so we go on to Ruthless
Yeah,
Truth
so
and then come back to Vic. Because that was a good
so
point. Go ahead.
true. You got a point, and I don't know if anybody can say. I don't know how well a lot of people have been around different races because I've lived with Moroccans. I lived with Arabs, and I've worked with Indian people. I've worked with Chinese, and some people speak Cantonese and Mandarin. So, the clear thing I know for a fact is, um, culture plays a big part, but the way you bring your child is another. Like my professor, one of my professors was an Indian guy who his daughter got married, and they still lived in the house with her and the husband, but she got married.
Mm,
You know what I mean? It's just the same exact what Brother Vic was talking about. So now, don't get me wrong; they all went on trips and everything. Same thing with Koreans. And then when they get married and the parents get old, they come live with the parents, and the parents become the babysitter for the kids. So
facts.
you can raise your kid to be well and them not venturing out. Venturing you're I've seen some people who stayed and at home are very stable if their parents are there to provide them everything they do and they don't get in trouble and they're dead. The point is this: I've seen people who, when you kick them out too early, they end up in the streets. I got a lot of homeboys who went through the same thing, who mama kicked them out because they said, "Hey, if you ain't paying rent here, you got to get up out of here." We heard that so many times. Or you ain't going to
Yeah.
school, you gonna have to pay rent. And then they got out there, they dibble and dabble in the street. I got 3 homeboys right now serving 30-year sentences because of that one
Mm.
situation, being right there, watching. I was right there watching his mama say, "Oh, you got to get out." My mother ain't never did that. I dibble and dabbed in the streets. She never gave up on me. Same thing with white folks. I know a white boy who was a drug addict. His dad never kicked him out. They worked on
Yeah,
him,
Mhm.
worked on him,
they can
worked on him.
overdose and
They
still
can
and write
overdose.
bad checks,
That's true.
You see what I'm saying? So it's the way
steal
we go.
jewelry.
It's the way we go about it. But there's a clear thing, and I want y'all brothers to take this and tell me if I'm wrong. Whenever it's dealing with us, we have to go through the most extremity thing to prove a point. That's why other things that people do, we feel like we ain't supposed to do it. Hey, my kid's gonna have to learn a lesson. You're gonna have to get it on your own. I ain't leaving y'all nothing.
Go ahead,
Mm.
Ruthless Truth. Your turn.
You
Go
right.
ahead.
Go read
Chime in.
Proverbs 31:22 too. A good man leave inheritance to his kids.
Yes, sir. Go ahead, Ruthless Truth. Your time, big dog.
Well, first I want to start off by speaking to say what's up to the panel.
What's good, Ruthless?
Ashton, and Hakeem, Ronnie Wrong,
How you
Sim
doing,
Ronnie
brother?
Wrong, New Jordan era, Vic. So I know I think Vic's no longer a simp. I think he's
He's
changed his
maturing.
ways.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
maturing. I'm proud of it.
So
He's really maturing.
I'm gonna give it to you raw though, right? Because I'm gonna live up to this name, Ruthless, right? I know we threw by yarn up in here talking about Vic with the oxtails, the pig feet, and you know Hakeem with the wealth is health is wealth, wealth is health, right?
Yeah.
But I'm gonna be honest with you.
Mhm.
When Martin Luther King and them marched down Montgomery, that was the death of the black community, right before your very
Whoa.
eyes.
Wait, whoa, whoa,
That was-
whoa.
That was
He
that was
went
the
hard.
beginning and the end of the black community before your very eyes. We are now what we're doing is reaping the benefits from all that, right? That once you brought our people into this burning house, that you fought so hard and begged so hard for it, right? We got corrupted, right? It corrupted us as a people. Everybody out for themselves. Everybody want to get the bag. But they want to come on YouTube talking about building community. As soon as they leave YouTube, they go and check their bank account to make sure them digits is there. Not finished there, none of that shit. And not only that, our women are even at an even more aggressive stage. Black women are the most aggressive economic savages ever before in history. So once Martin Luther King said, I have a dream, right? And he said he wanted to see white little boys play with black little boys and black little girls play with white little girls. This is what we're doing right now. We're playing.
Hey, Ruler, can I ask a question real quick?
But the game, hold on, no. But the game that Martin Luther King didn't see is a game of life. And I'm not talking about Monopoly. And black people were in a social construct that is built against us. Then on top of that, we're against ourselves. Because we shame each other because we have no indoctrination. We adopted the American way of values. We're the only culture that totally adopted American system values. And some of us call ourselves Republicans, Democrat, all this old shit going on, right? Going to the army. Oh, Uncle Sam is just like, yeah, young nigga, I need you to go make this hit, do this hit for me. Yes, master. Right? After he done raped all our women, right? Murdered our black men and oppressed us for years. Then we want to go and sign up and be a part of the great America, a very country that hates our black ass. So what y'all asking for, stop it. All I can tell you is go purchase you maybe a Smith & Wesson or, Glide, whatever your preference is, and guard it with your motherfucking life. And get away from the other blacks in the hood because they will come get you and take your life for it. Ask Young Dolph. Ask Nipsey Hussle. We going down the line, right? So get away from black people that are poor and need a way out. Get out. What's that movie? Get Out?
Yeah, Get Out. Yeah. Go ahead, Ashton. You want to ask?
Yeah, that make a lot of sense.
I mean, Ruler, to your point, I'm not like a real Martin Luther King fan, but me personally, can we meet in the middle and say that if it weren't for Martin Luther King, like we would still be having our own cities, but they'll be getting bombed and flooded?
That's a lot of speculation.
Yeah.
But the last, boy, how long? The last bombing was in the 80s in like Philadelphia, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, Acid. But what we do have right now is results, and we're more divided than ever before amongst ourselves. So we don't have to.
I'd rather be divided instead of extinct.
Okay, listen. But you asked a question. Right?
Am I wrong?
No, but you asked a question, right?
But Ashton, that's the thing.
What if question. But what we are talking on this panel right now is what's happening now. You know, movie that TV show, What's Happening Now? Bam, 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 right? It's what's happening now, right? You can't even, if you're black, you can't even sell dope on the wrong nigga block that's black like you. You can't come in and get a part of their economic success.
You can't do that nowhere. Hell
you can't say, oh yeah, y'all, what y'all doing? Hey, I'm black. Just give me a sack. No, y'all ain't give me this. I'm bringing my own sack. They gonna look. Oh, go get him.
But okay,
Rufus,
no.
But Rufus, check me out.
Yeah.
No, Rufus, check me out. Check me out. Vic made a statement earlier, which I totally agree with. Men are allowed to stay at home, do whatever he wants, and then women are kicked out at an early age. That's why you say we having a problem with our women. Look what's happening. The women are getting kicked out at an early age while the men staying at home.
No,
you say no.
Listen, the problem with our women is they picked America over the black man.
Of course, because the parents are kicking them out. The mom is kicking them out.
No, we went to the military. A lot of us signed up for the military, right? So our women were left, and then the white man was offering them aid, and they figured and they wanted with the white women, right? And they said, hey, we can do this without them. So when the black men came back to their homes after war, the black women was like, we can have this baby, but after you had a baby, you can kick rocks. God, we don't need you. So they didn't submit to you no more. They were arguing with you, fussing and fighting with you, going, and the men were like, fuck this, man. Niggas start getting on heroin. Niggas just said, fuck it, right? And the women were like, happy because now they get the extra check, right? And they don't have to, and they don't need you. This is where feminism, right, took black women by a sweep. And now they're even pushing even more. And even now that we're more Black men are the most successful ever in the history of this country right now, right? We have 8% we obtain 8% of the wealth. Yet our women are still downtrodden us and dismissing our economic success.
Because women are taught to feed for themselves. But go ahead, Vic. Because Vic want to time in real quick. Go ahead, Vic.
But what I want to say this, and then y'all think on this real hard. I'm finna say you this, like, this is how we get to where we are right here, because we are not following the law and order of the way household is supposed to be built. I'm finna tell you, and I don't like to get on women too hard, but the reality is, when you take a young girl and her mama kick her out, right? She starts to have a resentment for her mother. And then also the same woman that kicked her out allows the brother to stay there. Okay, now when this woman goes through relationships and she has to be out on her own, probably deal with older men that she ain't want to do, just deal with just to get by. What happens is, when she deals with a man that is coming into her household, the same resentment she is showing is to her brother that she really don't like, because the brother is the favorite child. She felt like she was, okay, my brother can stay here, he can bring the females over here, but my mama put me out. Because a lot of time before they get put out, the woman say, you gonna get your fast tail up out of here. And when she had to go through those traumas, know what happened? A man that does not create his own home and bring that woman into his household to where he can really run the show, she treats him like the brother that she disliked. She really don't like no women because her mama treated her a certain way. Then she looking at men like, oh, these women really glorify you, so I'm gonna put you in your place when you come in my house. You gonna listen to me? So the average woman is forcing men, the average men that will work or will do something, they forcing to trauma bond with them. What did you go through? Did your daddy kick you out? Did your mama kick you out? Or you can't find no job? If I know you can't find no job and I'm a female, guess what? When you come up in my household, you gotta listen to what I say. You see what I'm saying? That's the
No,
trauma
Vic
that
do
they're
make a
going
good.
through, and they will.
Vic, you do make a good point, and Why Highs agree with you. Because Why High say, children honor good parents. So
But
you do
here's the
agree with what
problem.
you're saying.
But here's the problem with what Vic's saying, though, right? Because America is the daddy, right? You may be a father, but they're the daddy, right? So the women are leveraging this system against you if she needs to get her way. Now, if you get
But
lucky and find a woman who's
But a
low
lot of
key,
people are agreeing with Vic, though, Ruthless. A lot of people are agreeing with Vic.
They
He
said
making
Vic
a good
preaching,
point.
huh?
I'm finna
He preaching.
show you something. I'm finna show you something. Yeah, cause my mic working good. Cause y'all got a different setup. I told you it wasn't the mic. I told you it wasn't the mic. But look, I'm finna show you something. When it comes down to all that, with all that being said, I'm telling you, people are treating people a certain way, and we are dealing with each other a certain way due to past dramas. If we don't get healed from the past dramas, the average guy, okay, just like me, Ruthless, you be in the streets, and I've been around in the streets, right? I have probably not been ever in the streets to your extent, but by past dramas and listening to you, the day you walk across me, I can have a foul way of thinking just because of my past dramas, not knowing that you could be the goodest guy in the world. You could be a person that if we not looking across each other's head, like, look at this fool over here, or he finna come try to take over. We could probably get together and have a conversation like this and help each other, even though we got bad past. You see what I'm saying? But that is what's happening in our community. Instead of people sitting down and talking and having a conversation, you know what I'm saying? And maybe for us to fight a little bit just to get it to the point. You see what I'm saying? We looking at each other for face value. We got a whole lot of resentment for stuff that happened to us in the past, and we throwing it off on other people, male, female, and even mother and father and everything.
but
It's some people that get kicked out and they won't even go to their kin folks' house for Thanksgiving. You see what
I
I'm
hear
saying?
you. I hear you,
Knowing
like
they
Vic.
got the best food.
I hear you, Vic, but what you gotta understand, you can't heal envy. You can't heal hate. You can't heal jealousy. You can't heal those things. Those are things. These are things that every man and woman is in their nature to and have a propensity to do if it's that way. And amongst black people of all the races, we express this in a high propensity. We are very, very aggressive, and we will take each other out for crumbs.
Right.
So I understand
But
what you're
not to
saying.
cut you off.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, we may not be able to heal our past traumas, but we can have a conversation in order to get to the point to where we can cultivate. You might not like me or my past. I might not like you or your past, but we can get together and have a conversation and keep it on a good flat playing field to where we can gain something by working together. Black people need to understand that. We don't have to love each other from the head to the feet. We can just take certain pieces out of each other and say, hey, this is what I like about you. And we are not going to let anything get in between what we got going on, such as business. That's just like in a household with male and female. It's a certain type of business that need to be handled in order for the house to keep going. Just like I got a wife. She might wake up and tell me, boy, I don't like you, but I love you. I can understand the dislike because I can be an asshole. But in order for this house to keep functioning, I can take that you don't like me. But guess what? We will respect each other and we will keep these kids fed. That's where we come and meet in the middle at common ground. You see what I'm saying? Because this is a job that has to be done. You see what I'm saying?
I hear your sentiments, but as far as bringing the black community as a whole and building, becoming an economic power force as a group, as black elites, is far in between. Because even the people who are good to do, making great money, like got a lot of resources, they're hollering about the black community's trash. They saying black people ain't shit, and we don't want nothing to do with them. They're moving to the white folks. So you're not going to bring them back. You're not going to bring them back. Okay. So bottom line is, all our kids are coming up under this social construct that is very, very divisive. America,
right? But I'm
so even the kids can come to you and say, if your son said, Dad, I don't want you to call me a boy no more. I want you to call me a woman. You have to acquiesce to that, or he can go to the people on you, and you will lose.
But I'm going to tell you like this briefly.
Hold on, we got 3 minutes left on hold on, baby. We have 3 minutes left on this topic. Jordan, I don't know you want to time it. We only got 3 minutes.
We can extend it. No, this is good. We can extend it.
You want to extend it?
Yeah.
Okay. Why I say something? I don't know. We could respond on this and Vic. Of course, you can go. He said, guys, in business only, it's easier to build with a woman than a man. Do you guys agree with that? And
I disagree.
I disagree.
Yeah.
100%.
100%. I disagree. Women are very different.
No. I'm finna tell you this though. This is the secret. Look, if a man that has done everything for himself and he achieved certain goals in his own life, if you make it, the women will come. But the only thing that messes us up in the black community within dealing with women or using women to get to a certain status is we always want to put that Peter whacker in them. Look, you can deal with a woman on a business level and she will give you everything. She will come across everybody you need to start your business or whatever the fuck. As long as you ain't sexual with her and don't piss her off or make her feel like she's being mistreated, you will be in good standing and with her and with a lot of other women. Because I'm going to show you something about a woman. It only takes
how long,
one
Vic?
woman.
You proving the point of who ruined the business. Like this your second time saying that women can't multitask while building a family and a business.
I think women.
Did y'all catch that, Prince? I know I ain't tripping.
I caught that.
They can't do it when you look. They can't. No, they can't do it when you allow yourself to be sexual with them. If you put yourself, one man can place themselves amongst a lot of women. If you never be sexual with them, they will bring you resources. They will go out and branch out and do whatever they're doing with other men or females or whatever, and they will contribute all of that back to you. I'm telling you this. But the moment you lay down with them or play that boyfriend and girlfriend thing, emotions come in. As long as
All
you
right,
But
big
Vic,
operating
but
with
Vic,
big
you can't
patch in
just
the
put that
ball.
all on the men now,
Big
because
patch
these
in the
women
ball.
they want to
Comment.
have sex with the people that they working with.
but
So it just
you tell them
Prince,
no.
if you
Nobody,
say no,
nobody asking.
Prince, if you say no, she gonna burn the building down regardless.
100%.
She ain't gonna do it.
Can we meet?
Hold on,
Can
I
we
just
meet in
want
the
to say
middle
this
on
one
that?
thing. I
No,
just
no,
want to use this
I
one
agree with you,
analogy. I just
Ashton.
want to use this one analogy. How came you could go in? One analogy. At my job, men complain the most. The women get the job done. I've seen it so many times and time again. And I work with a group of men. Some men are very lazy. They don't have, Jordan, you see it too
Facts.
at the job. Men are very lazy. The women will come in, they know they're gonna get paid, they're gonna get the job done and take they behind home. Rather than
Home.
dealing with a man or
Facts.
not. Women are really good when it comes to business. Go ahead, King.
So I
I almost told you so.
I could say that maybe that's maybe a microcosm thing that in your thing, because I've seen the opposite. You know what I mean? I've seen dealing with women as managers and stuff is very uncomfortable and
I
very
hate it.
disrespectful. You know what I mean? And I've also seen where you got a bunch of brothers coming together, beautiful things could happen. I today don't know a man or woman business where they're not fucking each other. I
But
don't know.
see,
I
But
that's
haven't
what I'm
Hakeem,
I
saying.
haven't met one.
Hakeem, out of your own mouth, you can say today, men rather want to be the chief than actually the Indians. The women don't
No,
mind being the Indian. The women don't want
no,
to be the
no,
head
no, 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 no,
woman
no.
in charge.
No. A lot of women want to
Nah, I
be in
can't agree with you on
control.
that, Ron.
Listen. You do got listen. It is in our nature for all of us to be competitive. We're gonna bump heads and say, "Nigga, I want to be the boss." But eventually, we're gonna have to sit down. Fool, you know you can't do it. Let's make something happen. So you know what I mean. I've seen stuff where men can get down and we start to figure things out. But if a woman is in a situation, if it doesn't feel right for her, the shit is not going to happen.
I mean,
Shit stop.
A lot
Shit
of
is going to
times.
Hakeem,
stop.
Hakeem, what
I
are they
hate
talking
working
about?
for women
Hakeem?
managers, boy.
Huh?
What are they talking about, Hakeem? What are we talking about? Men have
They
built this fucking world. What are we talking
yeah.
about? What are we talking about?
With the help of
Every
women,
listen,
Ruthless,
no,
with the help of women,
not
Facts.
the
there was always a
infrastructure.
woman behind that. There
No,
was always a woman
no,
behind that man. Facts,
no.
big
Listen,
dog.
Facts.
To get
That's a
listen.
coochie,
fact.
they're not. She ain't. We ain't gonna
No,
say she helping
listen.
that run.
Oh my
Hold
gosh,
on,
The
Ronnie
man.
whole
Brown.
hold on.
Ronnie Brown.
The
Now
whole
this,
driving
hold
force
on, Vic. I was
of
going.
man.
Let me go, Vic. I was gonna say this, Vic. I'm gonna let you
Go
rock.
ahead.
Let's see. This is where we get fucked up in these conversations, right? Because we got to do like Ronnie Brown to come out and say some dumb shit like that, right? Because right now we're in a position where women are trying to take. They're competing with us for resources.
Mhm.
So now you're going to come up here and say, "Oh, yeah, well, every great man there's a woman." Okay, first and
Shit.
foremost,
Jeff Bezos had his wife right there, big dog.
Truth. I don't.
Facts.
listen,
He
Go
had
ahead.
a
Go ahead. 'Cause I
degree.
want to say something.
What are you
I'm
talking
a
about? Henry Ford had his wife right there.
But
listen,
I can give you names.
but listen what I'm
listen,
saying.
man.
Andrew
Women
Listen,
are
Them,
not
they
Tate,
white
competing with
women.
us.
They
No,
white
who's the
women
biggest
run.
women
What the
are
black
entrepreneur?
not
women do?
women. No, black
women
women. Look, it's some
listen.
it's
Women
some
think that
extravagant black women in the
hold
world
up,
now. We ain't gonna do them like
but
that now. But look,
wait. No,
men, the driving force of men.
We
Hold
The
on,
driving
Ben.
force
Let's
of
move to
men.
finish his
hold up.
point. Let's move to finish his
Go
point.
ahead.
We are the leaders. We are the leaders. We are the one who put this shit together. We are the one who came up with the guns so that we can regulate shit. We are the ones that keep shit running. The women, I'm not saying they don't absolutely do shit. I'm not saying that. Don't get it twisted. I'm not saying that women don't put in work, but men are the main piece because we don't deal on emotions heavily. We learn how to civilize and we learn how to build.
Look,
The infrastructure, the plans, all this was built by men. Okay, then the women came in and played their part as men appointed them to. So, yes,
look.
am I just going to automatically pull women out of this? No, they were involved too. But were they the leaders? No. Were they the brains? No. Could they civilize people? No. Would you want to go into a war with 100 women or 100
Hell
men?
no.
They don't supposed to do
Exactly.
that. But
So,
look, I hear what you're saying.
and I'm done.
I gotta agree
Look,
with
I
Ruthless.
hear what
Big
you saying,
rubbing
Ruthless.
my back
But
don't
let
get you no
me
credit.
no, let me tell you this, man. The driving force of a man is wanting to make that woman happy. Look, Ruthless, I'm pretty sure you've been in the trap house, right?
What?
I've
Nah,
been
well,
in the
hold on,
trap
hold on,
house.
hold on, Vic.
I'm
They,
finna
they,
show
they
you
don't
something.
give you
I'm
as
finna
much
show you
credit as
something.
me, Vic.
Oh,
They don't
I'm
give
finna
you.
show you something. Look,
Big, go ahead.
it
I
don't
know
it
where
don't
Big
matter,
going at. I know
but
where
the
Big
thing
going
is,
at.
What
I
you
done
mean
been
it don't matter?
in my
She ain't
life.
gonna give you that much
Look.
credit.
In my life, I done been around certain situations. I've been trap house and everything. The men that had the women that would lay around in that motherfucker all day with them in that trap house, a lot of times they fail to succeed. But the motherfucker that had the CNAs and the RNs there to stop by that motherfucker, guess what? They eventually left
Yep.
that trap house and got big houses. The
Breathe, Vic.
motivation of that pretty ass woman coming by that motherfucker in a nice ass car pulled that man to the mindset. Well, look, I don't need to be laying in that motherfucker all day. He can motivate himself. I got to get this money so I can go to the other side of town. I can come by and stop here, but I ain't gonna lay here. But the ones that kept laying in that motherfucker that had them ratchet ones that'll set up there in the motherfucker all day while you playing PlayStation
But
5.
Vic,
Get what they in? They in
you're giving too
jail.
much credit,
They
though.
fucked over. They
You're giving
messed
too much
over.
credit, though.
They
You're
no,
giving
but
too
the
much
whole
credit.
thing
Yeah,
is the
Vic pandering. I'ma
motivation.
holler at y'all,
The
Prince.
big look, the biggest part. No, the biggest part is the motivation. The motivation of
Motivation.
that man.
Listen. A woman
Man,
don't
come on,
inspire
man.
me.
They play a part in this too.
A woman.
You wouldn't ride the
Listen,
car
Vic.
you
Vic,
ride if you didn't have a
Vic,
woman
Ruthless,
by your
Vic.
hey
side. You need to
Ruthless,
ride a
If
little
you talk
better.
to the wrong,
Ruthless, I got
if
a question for you.
you talk to
For the woman,
yeah,
how much credit should we give a woman of doing what they're supposed to do?
10%.
I give
Same
him.
as church.
I give
Gosh.
him 8 to 9%.
No.
Okay, listen.
Come on now.
You talk to the wrong guy. I see. This is what you guys don't understand. I've been in prison, right? So I seen life with women, majority around, and without women. And if a woman was that motherfucking important, would everybody be scared to go to war because then nobody won't die, right? Nobody won't. Why am I going to go to war and take some shit over? And I got this woman here and I get let, but fuck her. But we proceed that. We proceed that and say, you know what? What we feel is for what we want as a community, we're going to take this shit over here. We're going to have to go knock them off. Now, some of us going to die. Some of us going to live. So we go
But
back.
Ruthless,
Hold on.
every man that's
Hold up, Vic. Let me land the plane. He gonna go back and a lot of the men gonna go back, kiss that one. Mwah! Mwah! Baby, I might come back. I might not. But guess what? I got to go do this for the greater good. So men will sacrifice, make the sacrifice to project the economy, to great whatever the plan is, the vision. Men will step up, and even if it costs them their families and their women. So yeah, I'm not saying he doesn't love his wife, but she's not going to be first when it comes to economic success. And the motivation is how can we as a people, right? How can we as a people climb, or my household climb to the top? She's not. I'm gonna do this whether she's here or not. I'm gonna do this whether she live or die.
man.
I'm gonna keep moving. She dies today. I'm not gonna just stop and give up. Like, oh my wife. I'm gonna keep pushing. I'm gonna be sad. I ain't gonna lie, I'll be sad, but I'm still gonna be motivated to still get shit in order, get my life in order, and bring another woman in. But
So Ruthless, you think women don't have no value? So you're trying to say women don't have no value at all?
They're there for the reproductive stages.
Oh my God, I can't
for
believe
my
this coming out of your mouth, big dog. Can't believe this coming out of your mouth.
Look,
I
Yeah.
totally
What
disagree.
look,
I totally
y'all
disagree.
scared?
Go ahead.
Why y'all
Ruthless,
scared? Y'all scared to say it.
I understand
I'm
your
not
war
just-
cry, Ruthless. I understand your war cry, but everybody
Look.
ain't supposed to be a chief and everybody ain't no warrior. Some of these men got to stay back and repopulate the troops.
Preach,
So,
Victor.
And a lot of men are not here, not leaders either.
That's what I'm saying.
Look,
Yeah, that's what I'm
Jordan.
saying.
Hey, Jordan, let me tell you something. Right? I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna take y'all somewhere.
they're
Look
real-
at the numbers. Even men with great success, their women are leaving them
you gave him who?
Yep,
because
that's it.
they just don't. They're just not happy. Irreconcilable differences. It ain't that they're getting beat or abused or niggas cheating all the time. Some of it's just she doesn't want to fall under his leadership. She want her independence. What Mia Tari said, she graduated for marriage. Okay,
No
These
woman
women are
really
out
want
here
her independence.
moving mirroring. Yes, they do, and they're getting it as we speak.
No, they don't, because
Those,
everything that they
it's
gain
not.
is
Those are
attached to
women.
a man. That's
They got
And
no,
it,
that's
OnlyFans
not
accounts.
true.
only
They got
women, ruthless. Only women I hear those type of women are women that maybe doctors or lawyers, maybe strippers who make a lot of money, and celebrities. I don't see an average woman really saying something like that.
Hold on.
But they
We
said
got. Let's go over it.
their
Let's do the
success
math.
That's
is
most damn
attached
women, ain't
to
it?
a man
Let's do the
still.
math. Let's do the math. Okay, we got the OnlyFans account, right? Then they got strippers. Then they hoeing. Then they got degrees, right? Then they play sports, WNBA, all of them lesbians, right? So then, but we want to keep going. Then we got the ones who do the Olympics. We got the ones who are what you call Priscilla followers, right? Single
Oh, my
mothers
God.
who are turning
Cynthia G's
things.
tattoo.
Exactly. So that's damn near your whole two hands. I don't know why you stop counting.
Did you close it?
Okay, that's okay. Let's say all that. That's probably I'll say 50% of the women in America. What about the
That's
other? What about the
lot.
average ones? It's more average women than women. It's more average than the.
But Jordan,
Let me take
Ruthless
Let me
being
take you there.
delusional. He only talk about like a small
Let me
percentage
take you
of
there.
That's a
men.
small
He's
percentage.
not talking about majority of the women.
Neutral, let me take you
Correct.
there. The rest of the women who are average, right, are feminists. They're mostly they're challenging men in the houses.
That's a lie.
Ruthless, how do you
That's a
know that
lie.
you don't
I
date
don't
every
believe that.
women? Now don't get me wrong, you
All
date
right.
women, but you don't date every woman in the whole world
Listen,
now.
listen.
In the whole United States.
Math. Look at the math. Look at the math. These women are saying, right, that they're equal. They want equality. They want you to look at them evenly or up. This is what these women want. And I'm not saying there are some outliers. There are some outliers. I'm not saying
There's a
every
whole lot of outliers like there.
You don't know that because you're in
Man,
a bubble. You already got your woman. You got
everything
your
a
kids.
woman
You in
does
a
But
is
bubble.
attached to a man.
You in
Everything
a
a
bubble
man
like the
does is
Lakers.
attached to a woman. It's not. Look,
ruthless.
what the hell? Look, everything we achieve as a man is for trying to please a woman, or trying to
No,
catch the eye of
no,
a woman, or trying to
no.
smell or
Thank you,
sleep with,
Vic.
or lay on that
I
woman.
Vic, you
want to
better
comment
preach.
on this.
You
In the
better preach.
same way, it's for
Hey, Sherry.
like even with
Hey
these.
Sherry,
How
what's
do you
going on,
even
boy?
think only?
Yeah.
Who?
How do you even think OnlyFans work? Everything that they gain, even when these women pop up on these panels, they put their cash app behind their name, and the only reason why they are able to talk because they contributed a little bit, maybe a smile or a face or a little boobs, and then man hit the cash app. Every
Preach,
gain is
Vic.
off the back of each other, man. This shit
No.
is a circle of life,
Listen,
man.
we
Hakuna
don't
Matata.
want.
I ain't worried.
Listen. If we were living for women, niggas wouldn't be getting all these licenses and just destroy
Yeah.
each other.
Well,
We
why
were
you
born
think
that
they
way.
get the life sentences?
Not
Come
They
on,
do it
because
man.
for a
Look,
woman.
look.
yeah, because we gotta protect
Okay,
their stupid ass.
look. Valentine's Day is coming up. Watch how
We
many
gotta
folk
protect their
house get
stupid
broke
ass.
in just to get a necklace for their girlfriend.
Not me.
Preach,
Watch how
Vic.
many folk.
But
Hey,
Go
I
ahead,
want to
Hakeem.
I'm real
answer this
street,
for a minute.
Go ahead, Hakeem.
Get him,
Go ahead.
Hakeem.
So
man.
I want to mention something that Ruthless mentioned a couple weeks ago, which is true. Not all men are monolith. Some men are driven. Some men have their own ideas of why they're driven for. There's plenty of great men who died with no women and had no kids. Nikola Tesla,
Man.
Albert Einstein, and this and this. I'm not saying that women don't have their place. Women do have their place in certain men's lives. So it all depends on who the man is. A lot of men ain't gonna have kids. A lot of men don't get that privilege. But I do think that we are in a space right now as far as black men to try to package something to not offend women, to not to discount their value in our life, even though we are so fragmented right now that we don't know where we stand with one another. You know what I'm trying to say, compared to other races. So I'm saying this. You got some men who are driven by women. I was one of them. I'm not going to lie. I got into the streets to fuck hoes. I didn't know how to talk to women. But then you got other men who are driven by their ideas, who are driven by their interests and their ambitions. You know what I'm saying?
No, but
And
Hakeem, this is the argument here. Most men that are successful is always backed by a woman behind them. That's why I gave name Henry
Facts.
Ford. I gave you Andrew Carnegie. I gave you Jeff Bezos. I can give you Elon Musk. I would give you Bill Gates. I give you so many. Tyler Perry.
Okay.
There's always a woman.
Okay, Ronnie.
Go ahead.
Okay,
Go ahead.
Ronnie.
Go
Well,
ahead.
I hear you. But those women there are just arm candies, right? They're not. These women, these men have hookers and everything come to their hotel rooms.
Yep.
When they have a business
Of
trips.
course. I
These
agree with you on that.
These
Yes.
women are just there for business to say, hey, they sell this image to their investors and stuff, and people spend money with them. And then at the end of the day, and the perfect example was Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton. Perfect example.
Yep.
Perfect example.
But
Okay?
perfect
He was at
example is
Oval
Hillary
Office.
Clinton.
He
Guess
was
what?
getting topped-
His
He was getting topped off.
his wife
He was getting
supported
topped
him.
off.
You can't
Hold
talk
on,
about
Vic.
Clinton.
Hold on, Vic.
His wife
Hold on, Vic. He was
supported
getting
him
topped
even
off.
when he did wrong.
Hold up. Hold up.
His
That's
wife
true.
supported him.
Listen though. He was getting
Preach.
topped off at the Oval Office. He get topped off.
Man,
He
didn't have that woman,
he was sitting
if
cigar.
he didn't have that woman could have destroyed him. But she did not do
Right.
it. She was in support
Listen.
and still in
Listen.
support of what he's
Stop
doing.
the point. Stop the point I'm making, Vic. My point I'm making is, right? Yeah, rich man. Yeah, they have wives, but them are there for arm candies. Them are just there. Hillary Clinton was just a political move. Here, you just sit here. But I'm gonna go to the office. I'm gonna have sex with all
Man,
these
she
women.
ain't just sitting there. She playing a
Let's do it.
total part of his game. That woman
And
ain't
guess
just
what?
sitting there. That woman been, man.
Relax, Vic, relax. She didn't divorce him. You didn't hear her in the media talk about how you do that to me. You didn't hear her come out and say, "I'm gonna make a press conference and I want to know why he's putting a cigar in her vagina." None of that.
None
She's a
of them
big bag.
did. But the only person
Hold
that
on,
did though
hold on,
was
hold on, Vic. Hold on, Vic.
Michelle.
Hold on, Vic.
The only
Hold
person
on,
that
Vic.
did it was
Hold
Michelle
on, Vic.
because the
Hold on,
mindset,
I'm gonna
the
finish it.
traumas.
Let me finish it. I'm gonna end it with a dance. I'm gonna let you go. When he walked home, when he came in after all the shit, you know what she did? She kissed that nigga in the lips. Mwah! Keep this shit on the low.
Man.
Baby. Let's go.
But the only person
President,
you saw
He
did
wasn't
it.
doing it like that now.
The only person
I
that
don't
did
agree with what you were saying, because go ahead, Vic.
the only person that did come out and say something egregious was Michelle. And just think about it. She comes from our community. The mindset and how she was raised to not support your man in the good and the bad and the ugly. And a lot of time when it comes down to marriage, they say through sickness and health, to death do us part.
Yes.
Ups, downs, good, bad.
Yes.
I'm telling you, the resentment for wanting to be out on, like for our partner and wanting to be out on our own just to prove a point and say, hey, you did me like this, I'm gonna do you like this, Negro. This the problem with mother, father, son, and daughter, the Negro across the street or the female across the street. We got a deep-rooted hate for each other to where we can't even come on common ground and cultivate and say, hey, I know you did that, but we benefit and help each other in this area right here. Can you not do that again? Because my trust is wearing down thin from the first thing you did. But guess what? I have been around white people all my life. And it is what I have seen. It has been some dirty white people. And then I'm sitting around listening to white people. They'll say, don't you ever mess with that mother. He ain't worth a damn. But I was like, damn, would you fuck with him? But it's different. So I called it was the race thing. But what happened is they'll tell you, I'll be through with that motherfucker when I get what I get out of him. You know what I'm saying? He good on this part, but I don't like him on this part. That's what they be saying. They be saying that shit about it.
Ruthless is dividing the chat. Everybody's divided. Everybody agree with Ruthless. Everybody agree with Greg. It's Chris. Everybody's divided. I want to stay together.
All I'm making a statement is this, right? Men, when it comes to their greatness, regardless of whether a woman's there or not, they're going to be great. And if
hell no, not a black man, I'm finna show you something. Ain't nothing like a black man going out there and getting that money and splurging it with the woman that he loves. We are empty without them. It's over with.
He gonna splurge on multiple women. Just say that.
Man, you can.
I'm finna show you something. Pregnant, right? The dope boys had 5, 6, 8 girlfriends. They didn't want no one woman. What we talking about? It wasn't like, they come on one woman and just baby, I'm gonna share everything with you. They had this girl over here, this girl over here, this girl over here, and they was low riding, get their dick sucked, and drop it off one and go fuck another.
Okay.
This is how we roll.
Okay, Rufus, you saying this, but look, just think about all the black rappers that's so-called
and they fucking hundreds of thousands.
Why they crashing out though? But the ones that decide to get married and find them one woman, That's when they start getting into real estate
and
and building up property.
And they're divorced.
Because that
And they're
woman
divorced.
say, hey,
Because
you know what it don't matter about the divorce, because
Yes,
white
it does.
men get divorces too. And they constantly recreate with the next woman that they get with. But all of these rappers and all these black celebrities,
Salute,
the only
Natish.
reason why they
Salute
stand
to you,
on
Natish.
the only reason why they stay on top is because they are trying to create a lifestyle for the woman that's right by their side at that point in time. Not saying that they won't get divorced and get another one, but as long as a black man
What's
has
up,
a
Natish?
woman by him, he will do good and he will prosper by trying to fulfill the needs of that woman. Because a man without a woman and you just got hoes around, y'all will literally lay around in trap house and lay in shit and play the game all fucking day. Long as that woman
I do agree
don't
with
get up
Vic.
and go to job, y'all will lay
I agree
around
with
that
Vic.
motherfucker with her
Vic,
little,
let
with
me
her
help
little
you out
stink.
with
Yeah,
this
I
one.
know.
Let me help you out with this one. Out of the month, Cody say this: a great woman doesn't interrupt a man peace. That's a fact. A
Facts.
great woman do not interrupt a man's peace. So Ruthless, Nice, come get Ruthless. Ruthless out here acting crazy. You gotta get acting crazy again.
Listen,
But
hey, Ron, Hillary was just as gangster as Clinton. Now, the Clintons were gangsters. She wasn't giving a fuck.
That's what I was saying.
I agree to that.
so
She a part of his program.
Here's the
Would
thing,
you
right,
call
Vic?
her a great
Hey,
businesswoman?
Ron, let me tell you something about the white women, right? The white woman, right? This is why they're the most highly desired women on the face of the earth, because they play the game and they play it fucking good. If you're winning,
But
nigga,
no,
they don't care how much you get. Hold on,
I'm
Vic.
finna show you something.
They don't
Look,
care how much
it's
you
black women
Let
that
me
do the
finish,
same
Vic.
thing
Hold
though.
on, Vic. Hold on, Vic.
Yeah, of
Hold on,
course.
Vic. I'm gonna let you in, Vic. Listen, white women, right? If they're winning and you're winning, they're not gonna. They're gonna play a game. I'm playing to win. I'm in the new Rolls Royce. Yeah, I got. Oh, yeah, I saw your man that day with the 23. Bitch, get out of my face.
I
Let me
ain't
put my
got to be
motherfucking-
in no Rolls Royce, and I can
Let
tell
me
you
tell
right
something.
now.
Listen, black women, they sell their man up the river. The Asian women, they going with the white man, right? They sell they went up the river because you know why? Because they want to get control and they don't really care about winning ultimately. But white women play the fucking win. Now, if you ain't winning,
Black
nigga, they
women
will
do the same thing, man. Look, all of my support came from throughout
Black
everything
women
I
do
done
play the
done in my
win, though,
life.
Ruthless.
Look,
No, they don't.
yeah.
No, this is
Whether
process.
black
You
women
know,
play to
argue.
win, whether you against them or with them. You don't need to be against them because that's when your life crumbles and falls. If you in a situation with a black woman and you against them and y'all supposed to be working together, you don't never want to put her in a situation where she feel like she played. That's when you gonna lose. See, the whole thing here, women, if you deal with women and you don't play them off as sexual or treat them bad or whatever, women will congregate together. If you friends with 5 or 6 women, if you get in any kind of trouble, need a job or need to be fed or whatever, a single man that does not try to play throw the wiener in the hole, don't you know how many Thanksgiving plates or meals you'll get just because they know you're a little less fortunate than them? They can have boyfriends. Don't you know they'll sneak you a plate? Women take care of the men that take care of them.
And you're right, Vic. And the thing is, it's a certain type of women that you surround yourself with. If you surround yourself with bad type of women, they're not here to play the win. They're here to wreck your life. But if you surround yourself with a good type of women, which I've been around all my life, because what you saying, truth, you live in a different world, buddy. Because I don't know what the hell you talking about sometimes.
No,
sometimes.
All of them not bad though. Look. I'm gonna show you about. Women. I'm gonna tell you about a woman. Once you captivate their mind and their heart, it don't matter how dirty that motherfucker was in life. She starts to attach herself to your ideals. It can be a street woman, and I can tell you this: that woman can go and play out in the streets, and if you're a person that's stable and you can help her out. Don't you know that woman will go out in the world and fuck over every man around her and help you? You become her maker or her helper and her master or whatever plan she got. And she will tell. That's why, look, I'm telling you, look, women, I'm going to say this and I'm going to land the plane. I'm going to tell you this and I'm going to land the plane. This is the reason why, like, when a woman is in distress and like how they be in the relationships and the woman try to tell me, like me and Problem, I don't play with those type of women. I'm finna tell you about a man that know how to operate around women. Those women will come confide in you, and once you treat them right, every man around
Yeah,
them does not matter anymore. You become the
yeah.
source. You become her life source, and you can operate and control that woman to do anything to those other men. Them men can make $100,000, and guess what? She'll steal it out the bottom of their shoe soles and bring
Okay,
it to you.
okay. Are you done the
They
plane?
love who they love. They love who
Okay,
they love. So if they don't like you like that, you just ain't the man.
okay, okay. So
Tell
I'm
you
not,
now.
and I'm not Vic. I'm not disputing any of the Romeo and Juliet shit, right? All I'm saying is this, right? This YouTube stage blew up when Cameron Samuel and them came on in the town, rolled up in, and said, "Whoa, this is how women are." The internet took off like crazy, made
I
historical
don't see how he
numbers
come up.
because people are looking at. They couldn't believe that women could be this way. That women could be savage. There are savage women out here. I don't know what do you live, Faye. I know you live in a box with your wife. I'm cool with that. But there are women who are savage out here. Look at
No,
Tyrese. Did we just watch Tyrese? Wait a minute. Did we just
the
watch
only
Tyrese?
reason why,
Oh, you said
the
you let
only
the plane.
reason why
You
people
said
even,
you let the
man,
plane. Oh, you said you let the plane.
the only reason why
When you
Captain
let the
Samuel
plane,
is
you let
relevant
the
is
plane.
because
Hold on, I'm not finished. Hold on, I'll let you
he
finish though, right?
said it out loud.
I'll let you finish though, Vic. I'll let you finish.
Go ahead.
I'm just saying, look at Tyrese, right? Did his wife leave him because she thought she had more options?
He picked the wrong type of woman.
No, hold on. Not. Listen, you're not. I'm just saying. Didn't she leave? And then she turned around and said, "Damn, I didn't know they just wanted to smash me," because she was living in a delusion. And she left
It's
him.
more to that though.
Hold up. What I'm saying is, this is at 75 to 80% in divorce rates. So I'm just saying, it's not just a small number like 20, 30%. Then I said, okay, you guys got a point. Then we're talking about a high astronaut. Tom Brady's wife left him just because she wanted power, and he didn't concede. That was all about ego. So these women are not
But she chose
reciprocating
that. She chose
value
that.
to men, huh?
I say
What
she
happened?
chose this. The thing is, it's like she
Okay,
chose.
okay. New Jordan, you acted like we God or something, like we could read the heart and mind. People could change over time.
No, that's what I want to say. I mean, what I'm trying to say is she chose
best
that.
friends.
But no, what I'm trying
You
to say
can't
is
tell
what she chose to say with Tom, but thinking Tom wasn't going to change at the time. Tom was not going to change till he got the seventh ring. Once he got the seventh, once he accomplished that, he still wanted to play more, knowing that the wife. He's like, okay, I can't deal with this no more.
No,
That's
what I'm saying
fine.
is this, Jordan. What I'm saying is you acted like people can't change over time. That's man or woman.
Oh no, I know that absolutely.
Well, why
Okay,
we
then. So
why we overlooking the point? Why are we overlooking the point?
So when you're in a relationship, right? It's a gamble. You're gambling on her.
Absolutely.
Why
It's
why
not a
are we
guarantee.
overlooking the point that
It's
the
not
woman
no
probably
absolute.
told him, look, you have done all
It's
you're
not no
supposed to do. You are
absolutes.
getting older and I don't want you hurt.
It's not
He might have
that's
neglected
fine.
her thought
That's fine.
of
That's
him
fine,
not
bitch.
being there no more.
Yeah.
Truth,
We're
I
not
would say
dispute that.
this.
But was that enough to burn down the family? Was that
Man,
enough to
because
burn down the
look,
house?
Truth, I'll say this.
you
You're
don't know her
100%
past
right.
traumas though.
No, I was gonna say truth. You are 100% right. People do change. Like I said, me and my wife have been together for 13 going to 14 years. We like I said from year 1 to year 14. We think differently, yes. But when it comes to family, when it comes to marriage and all that stuff, we still on the same thing about it. Hopefully, it can stay the same day by day because you're right. It's a gamble. But
It's a gamble.
if as long as my wife, as long as me and my wife still believe about family, we still good. And unfortunately, my wife
Right.
believes in the family. She believes in the black family, so that's
Now,
why we
just
still
do that.
together on that.
Jordan.
Man.
But this can happen in year 15. This can happen in year 12.
It can happen tomorrow.
Right. So
Man.
what I'm saying is, you telling somebody chose wrong. Well, in the beginning, the first 5 years, it was great. Everything was gravy. She was everything you wanted her to be. And then she woke up one day. Looked at her social media account, looked at her friends that knew Bentley, and was like, I can do better.
I mean, of course.
No,
Well, the
you
reason
can
he has
never
that
choose
mindset
wrong,
because
man.
she
You
always
never
made
choose
more than
wrong.
Tom Brady. She's more wealthy than Tom Brady. Of course, she has that mindset.
Love is
Man.
subjective. Happiness is objective. It can change. It's fluctuate.
You can never choose wrong,
make a
man.
long-term relationship last is duty. Duty to the
Man,
commitment.
listen what I'm saying. Y'all
That is
look,
what
y'all
makes
listen
a
to the
strong relationship.
listen what I'm
Yes, sir. I
saying.
agree with that.
You can never you never choose wrong. You never choose wrong because the mistakes you make makes you the better person for the next situation. You never choose
And
wrong.
that's
It's
subjective.
already started.
That's subjective.
It's all
That's
no, but listen
subjective,
what I'm
though.
saying.
We're not a
I
monolith.
understand that. But
We're not
look,
a monolith.
every time
So you can't
I
say that everybody is, every time they make a mistake, they give it. Some people get worse after they make a mistake.
but
Some people,
look,
they shoot you down one time. Listen, some people, they shoot you one guy, they make somebody out the first time, right? Then they want to kill everybody.
all of this
right?
stuff
Some
is
people
not even
do
a
it one
mistake.
time,
When you choose,
and they don't want to do it again,
look,
right? Everybody, we're not a monolith. Everybody has different
all
things.
of this stuff that goes on with people,
So all we're
it's not
saying
a
is,
mistake.
listen, all we're saying is families are in, right? Single mama is an epidemic out here. So let's not be innocent of this is not true. And we're not,
All of
we
this
know
stuff.
that this epidemic is because the women are filing because they feel they can do this without a man.
Man,
And
they
we can say
don't
how
feel
much
like they can do it without a man. They just talking that, man.
And we know that. We're not saying it's true, Vic. What we're saying is, to Jordan's point, oh, you chose wrong. But you act like women can't play the role like they're supposed to get what they want out of it. Women are really good actresses, great actresses. Right?
But that's what we all doing, though. That's what we all do.
What stuff they gonna get out of it if the man's broke? He don't have nothing to offer. She ain't gonna get nothing out of the deal.
If he's good looking, she get a pretty baby, right?
Oh my God!
I got a couple of them.
Listen, women have told me, "Oh, I would have like a baby with you. Look at your pretty eye." Yeah, women think like that. They look at you like that.
I do agree with that. Yeah, I do agree with that.
Or they might, if they look at you, they might. But now these women are changing at a more extreme rate. Is like, okay, we don't want no kid. We want resources. So now they're looking at status of what your status is. Are you almost there or all the way there? Before we can really, now they give you some poo-poo.
But are they really gaining though, Ruthless? Okay, if they want status,
what can you do for them?
Are they really gaining? Okay.
The best status that you're gonna have is marrying your husband. Is getting married. That's the best status you're gonna have.
But what I'm saying is, okay, just think about it. If we're gonna think logical, right? If they say they want to separate from certain men, but they also getting resources from random men, they are not separating from men. But what are you gaining out of trying to be at this high status? Because know what you're doing? You're only stacking on more trauma. There's a whole lot of body parts that are gonna be stuffed up in you that you don't never had no love for you. You know what I'm saying? They are not gaining. It's gonna be when they get old and they hit the wall, they're gonna realize, well, dang. But now it's the trauma continues because they're gonna hit that wall, and now somebody got to deal with a damaged individual. Is what is going on right now today.
What is this word trauma? What are we talking about?
No, listen to what I'm saying.
Why can't they just be?
You want to ruthless. You want to talk war and shit. Come on, man. He said kid watching, but you want to talk. No, ain't no beating them down in submission. No, you want to talk war. No, that's what he want to do. No, I'm saying
there's a war out here.
I'm standing now, but I'm. No, listen what
Truth,
I'm saying.
Truth, I need to go down South Central to see what you talking about, man. Because I'm right down the street.
Vic, I'm not disagreeing with you. Listen, Vic, I'm not disagreeing with your overall premise. What I'm saying is, why the word trauma? Why can't there just be some evil bitches?
But
why does it be that?
Because, like, say for okay,
she got evil because due to the trauma. That's why she's evil, because of the trauma she faced in life.
Facts.
That's it, wrong right there. That's it, wrong right there. That's the word trauma excuses women.
Nah.
This is what we do.
Listen what I'm saying.
No,
the whole thing is.
Hold on. Vic. We use that word to excuse them, to give them a pillow to land on. Yeah, we know you left.
I'm not talking just about women either. Men don't do the same thing.
Hold on, Vic.
Hey, True. Simmer down the language just a little bit. Simmer down the language just a little bit.
I thought y'all didn't censor.
We don't, but okay, you have children watching.
You got children watching. Just a little bit.
You got to do censor. Okay. So what I'm saying is, we are always giving women a landing field for their for their behaviors and saying it's trauma on top of trauma. Why can't we just say these were bad women? Why can't we just say that?
Why can't we, as men, get with them and talk to them and try to change their mind and walk them out of their situation?
We trying, Vic.
No,
here's the problem.
you ain't trying.
Problem,
you ain't trying when
here's
you putting your finger in their damn forehead, poking them in the head, saying you messed up. You messed up. Now you ain't telling them why and how to get out of the situation where they messed up.
But you can't tell a man how to run his house, right? If a man needs to
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, you cannot tell him.
If a man needs to be firm with his position, and this is what he needs to do, that's their problem. But what I'm saying is this. The women know that they got America behind them. Plus niggas like simps, right? So what they're gonna do is, they're gonna look at all the support they got. Damn, if I leave him, I know that the government is gonna definitely give me some sort of support. All my family's gonna support me. So they're gonna land. So because they have nobody to check their behavior like they're supposed to, because if a man check them, like you said, point the finger, you got a nigga like you. Why you doing her like that? Why you talking to her like that?
I'm finna show you something.
You take the pace out of her voice. Then you got the police want to show up. Well, you can't be yelling at her. You can't.
You think that ain't happened to me before? But look,
look,
if you got a mouthpiece ruthless,
my point is
turn yourself into their America then.
Listen,
if you got the money and you got the mouthpiece, make yourself their America. Make her believe that ain't nothing else but you. Nothing.
This is what I want you to understand, Vic, and I want you to see it clearly. Women have a rescue blanket that is thicker than the earth. All right? These niggas will dive on their motherfucking ears and ass to make sure they don't touch that grass. All right?
But that's your job to be the defender. You keep them type of Negroes away from around that woman then. If you're trying to cultivate your own mindset within your household.
Listen, Vic, as long as you keep pampering these women and pandering to these women and acquiescing to these women, you will continue, right, the divorce rate to continue to go up. You will continue to have women doing what they want to do, free of sexual liberation, right? And they will continue to oversee you as they're better than you.
Well, so y'all don't get it right as men say.
Men need to start practicing reciprocity. If we don't start practicing reciprocity, then we're fucked.
But Rufus, one of the things Rufus said is you said because we allow women to do certain things. So and it's men's responsibility to stand firm in the midst of the situation. So it's our job as men to learn how to stand firm in the midst of the storm. We're not staying strong. That's why women are doing what they're doing.
And also, and I said this too. It's not enough men when they ain't like some when they get DA. You call the damn police and put them in the jail.
That's also correct too. Fact, Jordan. Yeah.
A lot of black men are scared to do that. They don't want to do that because they don't want to see him.
They ain't gonna do that.
I don't care. Put them in jail. They get to that extent. Put them in jail.
We really do love our women, like Vic is saying. We do. We really do.
If you love your women, put them in jail.
So they ain't gonna do that because when they roll over their bed, the other side of the bed that used to be warm gonna be cold, and that fat ass ain't gonna be over there. You so that's man. Come on, look. Everything we do,
Vic. That's a problem. You need to find another one. You can get another one there.
No.
Go ahead.
Listen to what I'm saying. If you learn, if you go through that situation, and then you are willing to have the talk, like, why did you do that? What went wrong in the situation where you had to call Mr. Telephone Man? Let's re-jog back and figure out what went wrong so we won't have to walk across these situations no more. If we are ready to have the conversation, that's when the healing starts. See, when you just leave that one that called the police and don't rehash that situation after it happened, you leaving that woman to go out there and run rapid because she mad at you. She get a new boyfriend. He going to jail too because you didn't even fix that first problem. That's the scar and the bruising. You didn't even get what they call it clarity, and y'all didn't. put the fire out on that situation. So now what happens is that woman finna get with the next man, and when you sound like when that next man sounds just like you and try to tell her about the same problem she had, guess what's gonna happen? He going to jail. And then later on, you gonna see that Negro at the car wash. One of these days, y'all gonna be washing y'all little rides together, and he gonna be like, "Man, that's the same old chick I used to go with. And she put me in jail. Why she put me in jail? And you the reason why she called the police, because y'all didn't solve the problem before she got with this Negro. You ran off. You ran off
Okay, I
and
got
let the destroyed little hyena go back out into the world and destroy
But
other
Vic,
men.
but Vic, but not seeing the red flag at the first place. And that when you see the red flag, it's your choice is to accept or not. If you accept that, okay, I agree with you. My thing is, it's like we sometimes we avoid red flags and we say, hey, I don't want to deal with this. And then you accept the problem, and then you win the problem, then you gotta fix the problem. It's like, no, you don't need to be in that problem in the first place. If you just look at the red flag and just jump out of it and just say, hey, I can't deal with this, period.
But I don't want to be against like women and everything. It goes both ways. It's red. We all have red flags. We all have our pet peeves and things that we don't like dealing with people, because you got to think, this person been raised a different way. This person coming into your life from a different family or a different point of view about how the world works. So you have to be able to sit down, explain your dislikes and your likes and whatever. But some people will just push your buttons because they just assholes. They were born with it in their DNA. But for the people that want to learn and learn you and develop a good relationship, you have to talk and stand your ground on whatever you believe in, whatever. Sometimes the argument might get heated. But the thing is, never step into a situation and leave it unchanged to where other people get destroyed by what you created. You see what I'm saying? And I'm finna tell you like that. Past relationships I done been in, I probably could walk into either one of them back if I was decided to do. But now the stuff that they had going on, I would never even go that way, because they wasn't clear about certain stuff was in the past. Because I look, when you get with a woman, you hear a grocery list of terrible things, and I was like, wow. But then, just like men, some of us don't want to be told about where we did wrong in those relationships. So if you decide to leave and not get to the bottom of the situation, that's just going to be a recycled, destroyed person going out onto the world, wreaking havoc and destroying other future relationships and messing up other people.
Well, Vic,
That's
you
all it is.
cannot. I get that, Vic, but it's simple. In the same time, you cannot help every single. We went to serve somewhere, you just can't help out. And we see a red flag, I jump out. I think there's a thin line that's having a red flag than seeing a yellow flag. I feel like we need to start saying red flags and yellow flags. What I mean by yellow flag is if there's a yellow flag, we say, wait a minute, that's an alert. But maybe we could talk about it, we could fix it. But if you see a red flag when it sees nothing but chaos and everything, no way. You should be jumping out. You should be jumping out because you should be in that situation in the first place. If you see a yellow flag, it's fixable. Okay, I get it. When it comes to red flags, no way, no how.
Well, look, when it come down to red flags, when it come down to black people, I'm sad to see it. If you don't want to sit down and talk and try to mold the person to be the person you want to be for you and with you to carry on throughout life, guess what? Just don't date black. Go outside. don't date black.
No, wait a minute now.
What's going on, narrative?
I've been around women that don't have red
Welcome.
flags whatsoever. They might have some yellow
Just
flags, but don't
great
have
to see
red
you.
flags. All my life, I've been around women that has minimum yellow flags or no red. I mean, I see red flags outside, but a lot of these black women do not have red flags like that. They don't.
Man.
Because I
But
surround myself with them.
But I'm saying
surround
the red
myself. That's
flag,
just me.
the red flag for you might be a red flag for another person. See, when we dealing with people in a relationship, it's all about tolerance, what you can put up. Like people say, a hoe can't be a housewife. I know some men that marry some extravagant hoes, and I know what they did because I dropped them off. You see what I'm saying? So what what's good for you might not be good. What is a red flag for somebody else might be a go light. You know what I'm saying? So whenever you
Good
step
point.
into a situation, whenever you step into a situation with a person, it's about your do's and don'ts, your likes and your dislikes. If you can, I'm finna show you something. The way to create a great marriage and deal with just people, period. As long as you can establish your do's and don'ts, and you are all right with what those people are doing with you and around you and to you, that's a good friendship, relationship, or marriage. As long as you can put up with what they're doing, I wouldn't say trade them for nothing in the world, because you can deal with it. It's not gonna run you crazy. It's not gonna upset you. It's not gonna take food off your table. Just like in incidents, not even dealing with relationship. It was certain people that I have met all across the United States. Get what they say? It's people that I knew. They were like, "Oh, Vic, you can't hang around them folk. You can't deal with them folk." But then when I walked down, I said, "Well, let me try this. Let me see." Dang, I ain't never. They find out. Well, dang, Vic, I ain't never know. But dog, how you can deal with them folk, and then they look upside my head crazy. I ain't you. What I can put up with and how I treat them is gonna it's gonna determine how they deal with me or how they treat with me. It might have been something you was doing or something they didn't like about you. That's an internal issue. You see what I'm saying? Long as you can put up with a person or deal with whatever they dish out, I don't care if you a man that your woman can go outside and cheat on you every goddamn day. If you can come home and kiss her in her if she can come home and wash off and you can kiss her in her mouth, shit, that's the woman for you, because you can deal with it. I can't deal with it, because goddamn, I'm gonna want to hurt the male man and every man that come around the yard. I'm gonna be tearing shit up. But if I'm a person that can deal with it, you know, hey, shit. What's good for you is good for me, and we gonna rock it out to the end of time. You know,
Man,
Can I say
how we
something?
go.
Man, Vegas in his bag. Go ahead,
Can I
Rufus.
say something? Can I say
Yes.
something? So, Mr. Duke Jordan Era, how you doing, sir? Again.
I'm doing wonderful, man. It's been
So,
a
so I
lovely
just want
day.
to
It's
know.
been raining. It's been raining a couple of
I,
days, but we good over here in
so
LA.
I just have a few questions for you. Do you mind?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm open, but go ahead.
So are you currently married?
Yes.
Are you the provider of the house, or is it 50-50?
It's right now it's fit about 60-40.
60-40 who?
60% me and 40, because my wife's pregnant. So I'm more of the provider right now because my wife's pregnant.
So you're more like 70-30.
You could say so, yeah.
Okay. Which is nothing wrong with that. We're not gonna put you across the cross, nothing like that. Good job. But this is why men are the leaders, right? Because we don't get pregnant and get weak like that. Women, when they become pregnant, they become a liability. In let's say a war or some case of something really tragic happens, right? We're there to protect them. We add covering to them. This is what we do. And even after they're pregnant, we add more covering so that they can heal, right? So we need to get an understanding that the problem we're having is our women need to understand that we're built to be kings and princes, princes and fucking soldiers. This is what we're due. This is what we're built to do. We don't have a problem with sharing our resources. We're not saying we don't want you guys. All we're saying is we want some cooperation. We don't want you over talking. We don't want you challenging us. If we say this is how the house gonna run, yes, daddy, and we can keep it pushing. And to Vic's point, right? Our kids are our aspiration, right? They inspire us, right? The woman and me are to lead by example in how we treat each other. Never question me in front of the children. If you have a question, wait till we get in the bedroom or in the car, me and you. But when the kids are in front, you always put me up above you because I'm the one that they're the most afraid of. And I know it sounds a little roughly, but that's what it is. Fear.
No, it's fair.
Fear with the presence of fear makes you a more capable leader. You know that, right? Nice guys can't lead. They get ran over. So what makes a great leader is to present some sort of fear factor. And I digress.
I mean, it should be a
Yeah.
fair fact. I mean, I'm not saying it should be, but I mean, a woman should know it's like a man is stronger, faster, quicker, and I mean, a woman should know that for a fact. It's like unless your woman's bigger than you, but yeah, but usually, like I said, majority of relationship, a man is bigger, taller, stronger, faster. Period.
And this is
And
the
women should
problem.
know that.
Some of them
But
forget they don't use.
what you can do. Look, I'm going to show you something. Look, marriage is a good thing, and just like Ruthless, Ruthless always speak about war. The same way you run that war shit, it's like that in relationship, but you have a certain holdback up on a woman. Like how I deal with my wife is everything don't be peaches and cream. Sometimes, shit, I fuss at her, and she back down. And if she telling me right, she'll fuss and holler, and I back down because I'm just like I said, it's in my DNA. I'm an asshole sometimes, but I recognize when I'm wrong. So sometimes we'll holler around this mother. If she, like, I got a pet peeve. Don't cook too late because I had a whole property burned up one time because of my bro. I wasn't there. My brother burned up, but I got a pet peeve about if I'm laying down, I don't want shit cooking. None of that because I don't want to have to, wake up to no destruction, no fire, no none of that. So I don't do certain things. That's my pet peeve. If I get off work and it getting too late or the kid got to go to school, I fuss about that. Don't cook late, cause that upsets the balance of what people got to do. The kid got to get up. You gonna have to get up in the morning, get them ready for school. If the later you cook, hey, and I fuss about that. You see what I'm saying? But if I'm doing some crazy shit, I go fuck with my cousin and brother, and I come back a certain way or whatever. Fuck, she fuss about that. You don't need to be doing this. I back down. Look, as long as you can deal with what a person is putting out, and it's all love, don't throw that motherfucker away, but just because they spill water on your Roku remote control. You know what I'm saying? Buy a new one. Fix it. You know what I'm saying? Damn. It's gonna be all right. You run just like Rufus say about war. You still run your household the same way. It's a chain of command. The kids, I'm finna show you something about a man. About the fussing. If you have a disagreement, folks say you don't supposed to say certain stuff in front of your children. I'm finna tell you this too. A lot of times, sometimes your children need to see certain things to know who in charge and when it's time to run some shit. Like if you and your wife get into an argument or your children never see y'all get into an argument about something, they don't know who dominant in certain situations. Y'all gonna confuse them kids. Or then they ain't gonna know right and wrong. Like sometimes the mama need the upper hand and say, well, yeah, because the kids seeing when daddy fucked up. And then the kids is also seeing when mama messed up too. So they get the idea of say, well, dang, yeah, mama was wrong. So that's why daddy fussing. Yeah, daddy was wrong. That's why mama fussing at him. So they starting to learn chain of command in certain situations, and they can carry that on. As long as there ain't nobody coming off the top rope and throwing each other on the neck, DDT and everybody all right. As long as the ambulance and police ain't, you know what I'm saying? They need to see that because those are life experiences and they'll contribute to how they treat their partner. The whole thing is what's going on these spaces. A lot of these people is talking about all these good lives and the experience and everything. A lot of these folks ain't been raised up in no married household to see how married people operate. Because they ain't no god doggone way. Some of the stuff out here, people be all talking about people need to get married, and they ain't even seen a married soul or bloodline in their family. Everybody been hooking prostitutes and whores and smoking dope on the weekend. You see what I'm saying? But then you got some of the married people that got persuaded by the street people outside, and now they living their life because they got kicked out. And you know what? Know what they do? Oh, these women ain't shit. These men ain't shit. Go live your life. Get all the bag. Chase the bag. And get what? The bag got you starving and hungry. You got the DoorDash, everything. Ain't nobody around you give you no cough syrup and no lemon drops when you sick. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you, Negroes? You know what I'm saying? Y'all better get it together, man. Look, yeah. When I look, my Yeah, I'm just saying, in my household, it's a balance. Sometimes my lion there, she'll roar, and I get outside with whatever I'm doing. I go outside and I sit, blow my harmonica, and chill out. But when it's time for me to roar, guess what? She might not even say shit to me, no more. Until it's time to lay down right, and then all the love come back then, cause I'm good at laying down right. We all the same height when we laying down. Right. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody bigger than each other when you're laying down, right? And then when the love come back in, then we will talk about. I'd be like the dude. Oh, you remember when Kane dropped that beer in the stove? I tell my old lady, you know you fucked up, right? And then we took conversation.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
messed
at
up.
2:40.
You know he messed up,
Yeah,
right?
Not,
yeah,
not.
at two. At 2:45, you came with the bullshit, but it's like one a in the morning now. You know, you're trying to get this business settled. And then we talk about it and then we like, we still love each other. So that's what I'm saying, man. Look, y'all learn how to, if you love a person, learn what you can deal with and learn what you can take and treat a person like you want to be treated. And then you conversate. When something bad happens, don't just toss them to the side because you ain't doing no, but you're going to recycle mayhem. You know what I'm saying? You recycling the person. If they never get clarity or never get that what they call it, that closure upon you, they gonna go out and treat the next person shit 2 times worse because know what they gonna say? Man, I was in a relationship with Ronnie. Boy, Ronnie was a terrible Negro. And then the man said up there, why you telling me that? You started talking about Ronnie. You must want to go back to him now when he didn't DDT'd on the net because Ronnie always the top of the conversation. Now y'all gonna call him abusive. But she been abusing this man mind, blood vessels, and veins, talking about running. You know what I'm saying? That's abuse too. Why did I got to hear about running all the time? Y'all, y'all reintroducing these recycled people out into the world without getting clarity of what they went wrong and what y'all went wrong. But I rest my case.
And that being said, final thoughts, guys, as we get ready to close. So, Ruthless, you can do your final thoughts because you always go back to the Lions Den. Ruthless, Ruthless did, he walk away. Ruthless, your
All
final
right.
thoughts.
So
And then,
my final thought is, you know, if you got a happy life with a happy wife, enjoy that shit while you can. Because many desire for these very things that are not transpiring in their lives. As far as black people coming together and getting resources and building back the black community, it's over with. It's over with.
It ain't. It not.
Once, once,
Go ahead.
once Martin Luther King, like I said, I'm back again. Once Martin Luther King and them negotiated that deal with America, Black Wall Street. Black Wall Street. So they're not going to let us assimilate any type of. If they see us doing something real egotistic, like real productive, they're going to come in and they're going to ship this. Oh, they'll start shipping people out, bringing up charges. So enjoy your life, raise your children, stay black, and leave and stay away from where there are 10 or more blacks in the ghetto. Move 15 to 50 miles away. Have a good day.
Appreciate you, Ruthless, always coming through on Wednesdays, man. You always come with a good lie, and I ain't gonna lie, you be speaking truth. Go ahead, Vic.
Yeah, man. We appreciate you, man.
Final thoughts, Vic.
Well, my final thought is keep
Now your mic want to act up. Hold on.
Mic acting up, Vic.
Your mic acting up. Your mic was working perfectly the whole time. Now I want to act up. Go ahead.
Try again. Go again. Go again.
But can you hear me?
Yeah.
No, what I'm saying is, look, black people don't give up. The black race is not gone. You know what I'm saying? It's not trash. If you believe that, and every time you start to believe that, you're pushing your mind into submitting. The best things that could ever be found is hard to get to. You see what I'm saying? It's hard to get to. And a lot of things that's right in front of your eyes, like the the submission thing. All the black people, the black race is gone and everything. If you submit to that, you know what I'm saying? That means you are gone as an individual. There are still families and groups of black people that operate up on the whatever you call it, tribalism, and they believe in family and they believe in the upkeep of the black community and all that. Do not submit. Keep holding on. Keep the dream alive. Maybe not Martin Luther King's dream, but don't submit. That's my final thought.
No, but thank you, Vic, well, first of all, for coming over here to Calico Trailer. Really do greatly appreciate your time. And I ain't gonna lie, you're honest. You was on point today. That's why I let you talk. You was going in. I like how you would combine it with Ruthless. Cause Ruthless can be a lion sometimes, but you
Yeah,
put
he
him right
can.
back where he belong, and that lion's dead. So he'll be back again. So
All
come here
right.
every Wednesday. He'll be back. Greatly
All
appreciate you,
right.
Vic, man. Thank you, man. Salute to the Black House, of course, one doubt.
All right.
My final, my final thought is everything is said true when it comes to us coming together in the black community. We had to stand firm, create one black family, speak the same mind, speak the same language. As you can see, some of us we may disagree, but hopefully we can come together and pretty much find some wiggle room that we could build everything at one culturally and one beautiful black culture. Go ahead, Jordan. Go ahead, Hakeem.
Yeah, I encourage you, Ronnie. You just got to keep building that, and always, make sure you pass it on to the generation. Especially with your kids. Do not kick out your kids. Please don't kick out your kids. Make sure, if they don't know what to do, just help them out, figure out what they want to do. If they want to go to college, military, trade school, whatever. Because once you kick your kids out, it's already over right there. So when if you got kids, make sure you stick with it because the kids are our future and they will build a better black community. That's my final thoughts. Go ahead, Hakeem.
Hey man, you just can't give up on your people, man, and just try your hardest. And like Vic say, man, you got to work. You can't just throw people away for the smallest thing. This is why therapy is so important and practicing conflict resolution. That's my
And guys,
final.
you already know. That being said, guys, make sure on your way out, please make sure you hit that like button. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button. And please make sure you hit that notification bell on the right hand side. Remember to click on because we do go live each and every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 o'clock Eastern time. Like always, you never know what happens on the Chaos Culture Radio on Wednesday. You see, as we have people come on the panel, we have great conversation. Good live, man. My cheek hurt. I ain't gonna lie. Vic and Rufus made me laugh so hard. My cheek hurt, and I was trying to be so professional. But it's hard. But that's what happens when you have great people in the chat, great people in real life. You're gonna come over here, even though we may agree to disagree. At the same time, we still here to have a good time. And not only that, but it was a great, great show. Like always, shout out to for Mr. Dialogue. Dialogue always come through. Shout out to the lovely Sherry Bryan. Her birthday is actually on Valentine's Day. That is lovely. That's like one of the birthdays you're not gonna forget. Valentine's Day and Christmas Day. Easy birthday to remember. Or in Thanksgiving. But shout out to you, Sherry Bryan. I know your birthday gonna be a blast because you got 2 gifts coming. Shout out to the Loving the Times events who always holding us down. Shout out to Vic, who was also on the panel. Shout out to Ruthless Truth, Nighty. Shout out to Aston, who also was on the panel, but he left because he always go over there and do Brian's gaming. Shout out to Urban North. Shout out to Kendall. Shout out to Ricky. Ricky was in the building today, man. Shout out to Ricky. I love Ricky. Shout out to Gore, man. Gore always support the platform. Man, I really do greatly appreciate him. Shout out to Jet Send Me Out, who goes back and watches the replay and tell us, hey, guys, I just watched the replay. So shout out to him watching the replay. I want to make sure I give you the shout out. Shout out to Barry White, who also watches on the replay. I'm trying to make sure everybody that got here today. Oh, shout out to Muhammad. Shout out to new subscribers. We have new subscribers today. We had Out of the Mud Coda, who comes from the other sector where I be at. Shout out to Josh as well, who also is a new subscriber to the channel. Man, shout out to those that also subscribe to us on Kit, Facebook, and also on Instagram. They be holding us down over there, man. Y'all don't understand. We get hold down in all areas, man. We really do greatly appreciate you guys' love. Make sure y'all go over to KL Culture Radio community tab. In the community tab, there's the KL Culture Radio t-shirt. And also the KL Culture Radio coffee mug. And Prince Hakeem book, Black Love. He's working on a new book. So that's going to be coming out soon. We will interview Hakeem and the co-author of the book. That's going to be exciting because I actually get to interview Hakeem. So that's good. I'm actually nervous because now Hakeem ain't going to know what question you're going to ask him because me and Jordan is interviewing him. So he won't even know. He's gonna be totally surprised. So that's gonna be a dope interview when the book is actually completed. So guys, like always, look, Sherry Bryan said, "Go, Hakeem, go." There you go, Hakeem. Go. Pause.
I love me some Sherry Bryan.
Yeah, and shout out to Joe. Don't hurt him. Joe don't hurt him. Left Twitch and came over here to
YouTube.
YouTube.
Yeah.
That
Shout out to
was dope.
Production Dark too. Shout out to that.
Oh,
that
shout
person.
out to Production. He always be watching in, listening in. Shout out to those guys. But I really appreciate you guys. We always appreciate you guys for coming through and supporting the platform each and every week. Like always, thank you for tuning in to KL Culture Radio. We over and out.